Welcome back to What Arty Nibs with General Disturbance. This is the Geschützwagen E100, the GW E100. It's the Tier 10 German SPG, and this one's located on the west side of Studzienski. I had to remember that for a second. And it's under the command of Entil Tsar. Now, I know, you may not know, but I know that Entil Tsar is a reference to Babylon 5, because we're both Babylon 5 fans. Entil Tsar Vini, it's Minbari. It's a greeting of sorts. Anyway, he's taking his arty off for to get to its firing position. But I didn't read the full greeting, which is Entil Tsar Vini in Valen's name. But anyway, now he's raising his gun there. It's a 21 centimeter mortar howitzer. And he's now aiming towards the enemy, and we've got a Type 5 Heavy, and just behind him another Type 5 Heavy. He fires around it, and it just splashes them and stuns them. There's a whole load of enemy tanks in that area. This is going to make it lots of fun. Because when you've got bunches of tanks all grouped together, you can hit more than one tank with one shot. He's almost loaded and ready to go. Oh, there's an obstruction of the building there. He's going to go for the Type 5 instead. Oh, rescue bloom. That was unfortunate because he's now going to have to re-aim on the others. The enemy is now pushing through that factory. I don't know if it's a factory or a power station. I think it is a power station actually. And he's aiming at the far end. And I think he's hoping the E100 will pull back, and he is. Is he going to fire? I think he's going to try and shoot the round through the gap. Here they go. He's going to hit more than one at once. Round out. And he is a hit. More than one at once. And yes, they are getting hit. Look at this. This is fantastic. He's getting loads of stun assist. And the Wizzy 111 Model 5A is killed. The 60 TP has taken damage. Oh, there's an enemy Kranvon there. And a 60 TP over there. Which ones to go for? Well, these ones by the factory. There's more than one of them at once. If he fires a round in there, he's going to get multiple damage. And he does. He hits the wreck and gets a clang, but he did hit more than one tank at once. And one of them's gone down, so he's picked up some more stun assist. And the 60 TP's dead. With 3 tanks up on the enemy. The Type 5 Heavy is the next target indicated. They're engaging the Kranvon and the 60 TP. And I think we're going to go for the Kranvon now. I think this is the higher priority target. Dialed in, round out. Beautiful hit. Right into the side. 489 hit points. He's down to 72. He's killed. That's a priority target out the way. 60 TP is the next priority. He's indicating target, letting his teammates know what he's looking at. Now he has turned back because I think he's concerned about the T110E4 and the T57 Heavy. They're engaging our teammates in the middle dip, or the I think it's well the gorge that runs through the centre there. The shell went long. It's actually a ditch, isn't it, more than anything else? What's going up the centre of the map is more of a ditch. There's a ditch in front of us, another ditch on the other side, well, and a mound, and the centre ditch. But we're going back to that 60 TP, who is still a priority target, because they're so tough to kill, those 60 TPs. It's a very difficult shot, but I think he's fully dialed in, ready to go. He fires in. It lands behind him, but it stunned him. And he's used his first aid kit to get rid of the stun. He's down to 51 hit points, so he's a splash kill. The mouse has made it into the centre ditch. Now this is going to be interesting. Now he's only got 48% of his health left, but we can slam shells into the side of his turret. Okay, he's going to get a bit of reticule bloom. Aiming ahead of him, that's it. Work out where he's going to go, put it on target, and... this looks good. Round out. Yes! Good hit! 322. And the mouse is down, and he picks up the rest of the stun assist. We're only one tank up on the enemy now. We've lost sight of the T110E4 and the T57 Heavy. There's an IS-7 in the south, well, two IS-7s in the south, and an E100. But we do have some defenders there, and they're in the ditch nearby. Play for the E100. Lined it up. Beautiful shot, and yeah, lovely hit. 323 direct hit into the side, and we're picking up stun assist. And he's out. He's out. Two tanks up now. There's the enemy RT. Okay, well that is definitely a priority target because he's got a Batchat 155-58, which is the 3-shot autoloader. He's holding it on target. The reticule's moving around now. I think the vehicle got stuck there. Round out. If the Batchat was there, and I reckon he still is, he would have been badly damaged. T50-51 is a really dangerous medium tank. Again, his reticule's not following. Ah, he was moving, that's why. He must have accidentally hit one of the wrong keys. I think he hit the cruise control. And the TVP's been killed. We're now 4 tanks up on the enemy. The IS-7 in the south has been killed by our 60 TP. This is really working out very well. They're streaming across the east side, the south side now. We know where 3 of the enemy tanks were last seen. There's only one that we don't know where it is. And that is the... I think it's the Type 5 Heavy. No, there's the Type 5 Heavy. So it must be the T57 Heavy. We don't know. There he is. We've been spotted. And there's the Batchat. And he did lose some hit points. So we did hit him the previous time. Round goes out. Oh, it's a kill shot. Nice one. 313. He laid that shell just where he was gonna go, and the shell landed right next door to the Batchat and splashed him to death. Right, that E4 is being a bit of a nuisance, but every time he fires, he goes into cover. That's an RT safe position, you see, from this place. If Entelzar actually went further south, he might be able to hit that E4. But he is the last remaining enemy, so everybody is converging on that point to take him out of the game. I think Entelzar's going to stay where he is and wait for that E4 to make a mistake. Oh, just got our Batchat 25. But we can get a shot on him if he moves out. And oh well, we splashed him. 142, and he's stunned. And now he's dead. That's game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. And it's an ace tanker for Entelzar in the GWE 100. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16, and a Confederate medal for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by others. In fact, actually, he only ended up with 1 kill in that game, but it was a lovely kill on the Batchat 155-58, his opposite number. When it came to team scores, you can see that he didn't get the highest amount of damage. That went to the Batchat 25 ton, who was unfortunately killed. 6,690 94 hit points. He didn't get the high caliber though for some reason. When it came to the next highest, it was the Object 705. He managed 4712, and then we've got, after that, it was the T110E4, the last enemy killed, 4,139. Entelsar managed 2,508, so he was 5th on his team. When it came to kills, he only got the 1, unfortunately, which puts him joint 3rd, joint 3rd on his team, but the highest scorer was the T110E4 with 5 kills. And when it came to base XP, he was 3rd place, 1,089, enough for an ace tanker. I think the E100 probably got 1 too, and so did the 705. But he managed to get 1,089 experience points from that battle. Let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 11 rounds, got 4 direct hits, 4 penetration, 13 splash. So he did splash a huge number of the enemy by holding his shell, holding his fire until they got them right in the right position so he could hit more than 1 tank at once. He did damage of 2,508 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy and only killed 1. And he did damage assistance of 523 hit points and stun assistance of 4,148 hit points or 16 stuns. So it really did work. Waiting and holding your fire until the right moment and getting a maximum amount of stun assists from all of those shots. He earns 78,587 credits, and after ammunition resupply, and these shells are expensive, he still managed to walk away with 55,707 credits. He received 1,634 XP times 2 for the first victory, got 2,451 from personal missions payout, and that took away 5,719 experience points altogether. So it was a very nice little ace there in the GWE 100 on a difficult to play map. Studienski is not difficult, it's not easy, it's very difficult, because if the enemy decides that they want to hide from you, they can just sit behind those buildings, and it is very, very hard to try and get shots in there, unless of course you go down to the far south. But if you go to the far south, you risk being taken up by the enemies who are coming the other way. But he played it very nicely there and certainly earned that ace tanker. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.